mile an hour.
Ready for one docking?
Touching down now, man.
Station time, 1 minute.
Actually use
Roger
that
that.
take pictures of it right there for USAA, and they take care of the rest. USAA is great
Admiral
about
Rains has designated
the
primary
active
target
and
for
submarine military. I'm
Operations
Josh
encrypted
Eilers,
additional
I'm
SDF
USAA member for life.
New air-to-air targets for opportunity are now available.
Alabama, they're the best team in America.
I might be willing to take Clemson and win it all.
I think we all had a collective eyebrow raise when we saw that Texas A&M there at number 4.
College football playoff top 25 ranking show Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
On the marquee of Varney's Theater in Aggieville, just across from campus. Welcome to Manhattan, Coach.
Yeah. I don't ever have to have a worry about a bullet. I couldn't grow my hair that long.
Well, now Coach Gundy's offense for Oklahoma State will get its chance to try and even up or go ahead after the very successful opening drive by K-State. 11 plays, 2 people touched the ball. Quarterback ran it 5 times, halfback ran it 5 times, and the missed point after is 6-0 for Kansas State. So here comes Mason Rudolph, the junior from Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is
SETF destroyers engaged as part of a forward operations outpost. A squadron of friendlies is defending, but they need reinforcement. Let's deploy and disable those destroyers. If we lose that outpost, we can't get resources into our lunar port.
He's only thrown 2 all season.
2 out of over 290 pass attempts. He is very accurate. He sees the field very well. He's got great visual acuity.
Justice Hill, the freshman, is the setback for the Cowboys. Rudolph's going to throw, got a receiver, here's McCluskey, and he's all the way out across the 45-yard line before he's knocked down. So Jalen McCluskey, the sophomore from Covington, Louisiana, limping a little bit after the hit he took on that knockdown, has a big chunk for the Cowboys on their first play.
And they're going to go fast. They want to go fast. Sometimes they have to wait for substitution or personnel. Most of the time they're more comfortable going at speed.
Will dump it off into the flat. Not much going there for James Washington. Well sniffed out by Donnie Starks. 10 for Kansas State. 2nd down. James Washington, sorry coach, the junior from Stanford, Texas.
He's more of a guy I want to see go downfield because he's got speed, he's got range, he's got the ability to leap. So he's the guy you want to throw the deep ball to or something over the middle where he can jump up and get it.
Near side, what a catch. Was it good? Yes. All the way out to Jawan Seals, who really acrobatically reached up, pulled that in, and got a foot down.
This is a pro throw. We're talking about from the hash mark to the opposite sideline, down the field.
Trying for the same thing, but did not get the foot down this time, and incomplete.
A little bit too high, but you see the warp speed. They do not want to let you substitute. When they substitute, the officials have to let them. But the reality is they want to go faster, more comfortable. I think Mason Rudolph gets in a rhythm with his receivers when he can go at speed.
This is Hill with his first carry, and it's a big one. Justice Hill, the freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 6th in the Big 12 in rushing yards per game, and he got another good one there.
Pretty much explode on the scene, but he's also happy that Chris Carson is going to be back this game. Give him a little break. Carson's a bigger, more sturdy back for pass protection, but they'll give Justice the ability to stay fresh into the 4th quarter.
So 3rd and very short. They bring in a couple of tight ends. Blake Jarwin and Zach Veach come in for the Cowboys. Let's see if they come to the line and snap quickly.
It's like a power set.
Whistles.
I'm not sure they had 11 men on the field. They're looking at saying, wait a second, guys.
Timeout. Oklahoma State. First of the half. Media timeout.
All right, take a break with the 3rd and 1 coming up for the Cowboys when we come back.
Oh, it's a ship only mission? Okay.
gets around so fast. Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted for the winter event. Hurry, off the fence.
We're putting red in the crossfire here.
Never paid for beef and have beef.
Dogfight?
That's why Wendy's cooks yours with fresh, never frozen beef. Unlike so when you want a juicy hamburger, Wendy's believes you should spend your hard-earned cash on fresh beef.
Squad 1's tower advises caution to the straight free. Squad 1's, you're locked for go.
Roger.
Launch in 3, 2,
1. Port Ops Outpost, 12 o'clock.
Multiple SETDEF capital ships.
Get the new Xbox One
Retribution hit their destroyers with everything we've got. Stars, iron's hot, let's strike.
One fall.
Target's at 11 o'clock.
What happened?
This just in. Wendy's announces a new
want
Swiss
paper?
chicken chicken as an option.
Give me my bag.
For a limited time. With 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink for just $4, the Swiss.
No, never mind. I got it.
Now back to
Paper? Monday at 8:15 on ESPN.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Wendy's, always fresh, never frozen beef.
45-minute drive directly west from Kansas City on I-70. That's Aggieville. On the beautiful Manhattan. Shops, restaurants right across from campus. Maybe a few establishments students may visit when they're not otherwise studying. 3rd and 1 here for Oklahoma State. They did only have 10 men on the field. That's why they took the timeout.
You had an option under, man. Come on, man.
Pressure in his face from Walker made him throw that pass a little bit too high. Let's see if they're going to go for it here on the road. We'll need to take some chances.
Gone for it on 4th down 7 times this season. Made it 3. 4th and very short.
Staying in the spread look, which means odds are it's going to be a pass.
K-State brings pressure. He sees it throws. Knocked away. What a defensive play by Kendall Adams. 21 for Kansas State.
Tremendous play on defense. It underscores the point when you play Kansas State, you've got to match them points per possession. If you don't, you're going to lose that battle. Great anticipation, drives on the ball so well. Kendall Adams sort of had an idea what play might happen when he saw him. He just took the chances, and I'm going to go knock that ball down.
So no points on that possession for Oklahoma State. And the Wildcats get the ball back halfway through this first quarter with a 6-0 lead. Last drive was 11 plays. Only 2 people touched the ball. The quarterback, Jesse Ertz, and the running back, Charles Jones. Now it's Justin Silman, 32, who's in at tailback. Ertz to make his first passing attempt under pressure. Throws it away. He was under a lot of heat for Chad Whitener, 45, from Oklahoma State.
For intentional grounding. The quarterback is out of the pocket. And the ball on scrimmage. 2nd down.
Whitener, one of the leaders on that defense and a big playmaker for them. Johnny on the spot in there getting pressure. The reality is right now, that first drive, the offensive line of Kansas State did a tremendous job. And then the decision of who's going to have the ball, the quarterback and the tailback, kept Oklahoma State off balance.
Going to throw again, near side, Deontay Burton, and a flag comes in. Lindsey Pipkins, 4 for Oklahoma State, was defended. Our Big 12 officiating crew today led by referee Scott Campbell.
Pass interference. Number 4. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Fortunate to get the call here. Pretty well thrown pass right in the vicinity where he could catch it. You see the pushing and a little bit of the arm bar there. The reality is, too, when you have a negative play on first down, incomplete, have to throw the ball away. Even Kansas State has to consider throwing the ball on second down, which they really don't like.
So the penalty yardage gets him across midfield down to the 48-yard line of Oklahoma State and a fresh set of downs. Silva with his first carry. Line for a couple, not much there. Justin Silva, the sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, former walk-on. Had 9 carries in the game a week ago against Iowa State for 54 yards and a touchdown.
Much better up front effort. Vincent Taylor and the group up front have to do a great job of occupying gaps, canceling gaps with the quarterback run game involved. You have to make sure you've got a guy.
What? You're using pen. You can't use that eraser. You can that only works when you're using a pencil. You're using pen, Adriel.
Numbers thrown a little too tall for Deontay Burton on the outside, and it's incomplete. Sets up third down and long.
This is not exactly what Kansas State would like to be. Jesse Ertz is only completing about 55% on the season. Although came back last week almost 65%, had one of his better throwing games.
See on the first drive, they're successful with all the running plays. Now a couple of passes and haven't gained anything on them, and it's third down and 8 here for the Wildcats. And it's some extra bodies picked up nicely. Good time. Ertz throws that receiver wide open. Complete. Dominique Heath has the ball, and Kansas State is down inside the 15 at the 14.
It's hard to believe that guy got that open. Let's take a look at how it happened. Here you can see somebody busted coverage. The top of the coverage got confused on who had the deep third. They cross receivers. Right give Ertz credit that he saw it and put the ball on the money.
Looked like Trey Flowers, 31, got turned around for Oklahoma State. So now down to the 14-yard line. And a first down for Ertz and the Wildcats. Get about 4 down to the 10-yard line.
That's a great example of the run-pass option. See the quarterback had 2 hands on the ball, and his eyes were down the field. The line was blocking run, but the receivers are all trying to get open. If somebody broke open down the field, he'd have thrown that football. They would much rather throw on first down than third down. They like to avoid the obvious pass situation.
You see that the Wildcats have been phenomenal once they get into the red zone and putting points on the board. 34, Alex Barnes is into the game now. At the halfback position to the left. Ertz and in the Wildcat spot. And with the ball and coming into the end zone is Dibble. Touchdown, Kansas State. There's your trickeration.
Wow, I'm impressed. All-purpose young man right there. Block, carry, and catch.
Winston Dibble, the sophomore from here in Manhattan, took the direct snap, ran it in for his 8th touchdown of this season. And now the point after try. Remember that Ian Patterson, the senior from Columbia, Missouri, bounced it off the left upright last time. And the regular kicker, Matthew McRae, a little banged up, did not warm up before the game. There he's through. So a 13-point lead for the Wildcats at home. Direct snap. The Wildcats working in favor of the Wildcats and into the end zone. The second touchdown for the Kansas State.
I'll take him.
David Buster's is the place for football deals and sports games. $5 apps and beer specials every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. And 3 sports games free every day. Watch your games on Winston TV Now, the only place for football deals and free games. David Buster's.
Congrats! I hear you're having a baby.
He's bugging out. Got him, ace down. Gator, what's your status? Maintaining, son. You need help? Negative. Stay in it, son. Roger.
Great offer. Hard. Roll up to City's banners. These offers
Most airline credit cards only let you use your miles through their airlines. Capital One doesn't have it. With me, with the Venture Card, you can use your miles for any flight on any airline you want. Nice having choices.
He's playing out.
Bogey, port side.
Big down. Taco Bell Studio update number 11. Florida at Arkansas. Gators first possession. Luke Del Rio picked off by Santos Ramirez, and he takes off for the 6-6. They also pass out another touchdown. Arkansas 14-0.
Ty Cassidy, and here at Kansas State, Oklahoma State going fast. Chris Carson with his first reception of the day. They move the chains and a first down for the Pokes. Much doing there up the middle.
Kansas State doing a great job right now of taking the middle away. Notice all the throws have been to the outside. The runs inside are getting canceled. They're doing a great job of making Mason Rudolph throw where he doesn't want to throw. He wants to throw vertical seam throws down the middle of the field. He's not getting them.
One of the things that Mike Gundy told us they wanted to do was play from in front. Now they're behind a couple of scores. The Cowboys, 2nd down and 9. Rudolph's got a man downfield. Caught! Juwan Seals with a big game for the Cowboys, and they're deep in the Kansas State territory.
Coach talked about Seals being one of the leaders on this team, but more for his blocking. There he becomes the deep receiver. Huge catch, which puts them in scoring territory.
Here's Justice Hill. With just a couple, the ball out. Stay in Oklahoma State possession. These two teams have been good at creating turnovers, not necessarily giving them up. Close call there for the Cowboys. getting our first video review of the day.
Offense, the previous play.
All right, so essentially the previous play is under review. Jeff Hansen is the Big 12 replay official today. Did the ball come out?
Ball's out for sure.
But were his knees down?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's yeah.
Ball's moving there.
Yeah. We can't see his knee at that point. Maybe we get another look to show that knee down in terms of where the position.
Let's sweep up.
Lay into that destroyer.
Scars, direct fire on the remaining destroyer.
I can't see enough there.
After review, the running of the field stands. Second down.
And again, was the terminology there stands. Means one of them has on the field. You know, it was a decision. Or they'd have reversed it. And the Kansas State
To get a touchdown out of field.
Yeah, very much. Rudolph dumps it off. McCluskey is coming across over the middle. Gets a block and into the end zone inside the pylon for a touchdown.
That was pretty close to a block in the back. I think they got away with one there. Nice execution on the play.
Watch 81, Juwan Seals. As McCluskey angles toward the pylon, first the underneath dump off.
See the crossing route underneath. Nice job. Nice throw by Rudolph. Hits him right on stride. And then watch right here. Yeah, this is tough. And you can't see exactly where. If he struck the side, the arm, or whatever, it's totally legal. There was no flag thrown. You can't come back and look at that anyway.
And Grogan for a noisy point after try.
The natives are restless.
And Oklahoma State is on the board, trailing now by 6. So the Cowboys answer. 3 minutes to go, first quarter.
Outpost is still in Allied hands. Mission accomplished. Let's get off the X. Fever, take us out.
Now set for shackles. Finish out. Key play on that drive for the Pokes. And the defense get off the field without allowing Kansas State another long, successful scoring drive.
Roger, Jackals are clear for landing. Drone assist is ready when you are, Captain.
Here's out the drone.
ITT Inside Access brings you inside the Kansas State athletic facilities. Whether you're in the lobby of the main office building or you're walking through the tunnel going out to the field, Bill Snyder's 16 goals for success are everywhere. They're on a plaque on the statue outside the stadium. It is It's the verbiage by which they live.
Well, I think you can never say it enough and teach young men, the best way to lead their life. It's not just about football, it's about being successful in life.
From the 25-yard line is where the Wildcats on Mr. Snyder will start. Jesse Ertz. Under Shaheen. Gets away, gets the edge. He'll get 8 on that first down play.
Salvaging teams are finishing up now, sir.
First is sneaky fast. The defense stopped. They had him for a huge gain, and he just turned on his jets and got outside.
So there are those 16 goals for success.
I think all of us, the longer we coach, we come up with some ideas. I call it the 10 Commandments, whatever you want to say. It's just about how to live your life, how to be successful. As I said before, it's not just about football. It's about going out in the real world and being successful in life.
You had Win the Day that you came up with at Oregon.
I had a few other things that said that led up to Win the Day.
Coming on the end around. Byron Pringle across the 40 before he stacked up and stopped. How'd you get to Win the Day?
Well, we had about 5 or 7 phrases that embodied a lot of what Coach Snyder's principles were, but we found out it was too hard to remember them all. It's too hard to talk about them all. Just say Win the Day encompassed the whole idea that do all that stuff every single day, and it was whether you're in the classroom, in the community, on the football field, didn't really matter. Win the Day embodied the whole thing.
Will Snyder has certainly put those 16 principles to good use here in Manhattan. So successful over the years, approaching his 200th victory. Run pass here to Isaiah Zuber. He'll be out across the 45. And set up a short play needed for K-State to continue this drive.
I would say those passes are really elongated runs. Those type of throws that are out of beyond the line of scrimmage just barely are just a form of the running game for Kansas State.
They marked him a couple of yards, a little bit more back than I expected, so it's 2nd and 6. Ertz goes out wide. It's Pringle this time that'll take the direct snap. Except the ball wasn't snapped when everybody else started moving.
That happens when you get in that Wildcat situation. The cadence is different by the quarterback.
Back about 5.
False start, number 61. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Second to remind you about the Duke Big Ten game coming up tonight on ABC. Number 10 Nebraska and number 6 Ohio State in Columbus. Both teams 7-1, so a lot of college football playoff implications. ABC, of course, streaming on the ESPN app and on Watch ESPN. Who do you like?
I like Ohio State. They have not played well lately, but I think they're a better football team than Nebraska.
Hard to pick them against them at home. If it was in Lincoln, I'd think about that one a little more. Ertz will get dropped for a loss. Monte Miley eventually caught up to him, had good pressure but no place to go with the ball, and by the time he tried to find a running route, Miley closed it up.
That was a great job by the coverage of Oklahoma State. You saw Ertz had a lot of time decided at the end to scramble and still didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's just a 3rd and long, which is, as we've talked about before, just puts a lot of stress on Ertz's arm because he's not totally healthy. That's not his forte. He'd rather be throwing on 1st down when he wants to throw.
They need the Oklahoma State 48-yard line. No place to go. They will step out of bounds in the 45. There is a flag down in the backfield. Might be tacking on a holding penalty on this one.
That was just a 3-man rush. Oklahoma State chose to play coverage in the back end. Dropped 8.
Holding, number 74. Offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Scott France is the left tackle for the Wildcats, number 74.
And that's not a good thing that happens. When you are, take a look on the outside here. When you're only rushing 3, you should have guys there, and he's got the headlock.
Yeah. 1st quarter.
So after the declining of the penalty, they let the clock run out in the 1st quarter. We'll start the 2nd with a K-State punt. Good start for the Wildcats, and then the Cowboys answer. End of 1. It's a 6-point ball game in the Little Apple.
Operation Burnwater is located
He
in
once
San
cheated
Francisco.
death
And
and
demands
was
our
perfectly okay with it. He can tie his arm behind his back, with one arm tied behind his back. If life were to give him lemons, he'd make a spinach fettuccine with a shiitake mushroom glaze. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer the steaks. Stay thirsty, mis amigos.
Hurry back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day!
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
I want to do all the side
The new
missions
Pixel
first,
phone by
though.
Google, only on Verizon.
Okay, Google. Show me Korean restaurants in Bold.
There's a
I
lone
found a few
destroyer in
places.
an
The
asteroid
only
field
network
orbiting
that
the
can
moon.
power the first phone
They're
with the
moving
new
it to block
Google
our
Assistant,
access to the water.
unlimited photo storage,
Right now, that ship is alone.
and a stunning
This should
VR
be a fast
experience.
win. We locate the Solus and disable it.
So buy a Pixel only on Verizon and get up to $400 back. And right now, get 20 gigs and 4 lines for just $160 with no surprise overages. All on America's best network.
2 people can eat all this food for $9.99. And it's all my favorites. 2 conies or 2 burgers and 2 tots and 2 drinks. It's like I'm feeding double.
Totally. Speaking of double, maybe they want to hang out.
Yeah, talk to him.
Just be cool.
I'll
man.
be cool.
No,
I
you're
know
not
how
gonna
to be cool.
You're gonna be.
You guys want to hang out sometime? I think I nailed it.
2 can eat for $9.99, so everyone can try our chicken sandwich all month long. And get buy one, get one free wings Monday through Thursday. This is Happy Sonic.
What are you doing?
Getting your quarterback. Fountains don't earn interest, David. You know I work at Ally.
I was being romantic.
You know what I find romantic? A robust annual percentage yield. That's what I find romantic. This is literally throwing your money away.
I think it's romantic. I'm getting careful. Yeah, a little further up.
What year was that order?
What year's that one?
98.
That's the one. You got it.
Nothing stops us from doing right by our customers. Ally, do it right.
Get out of that water.
Roger. Roger, we're green.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted with winter adjustments. Hurry, officers.
Scars, cover perimeter. Fever, you're with me.
Washington.
Let's get in there and find that destroyer.
Now that may be the most creative sign I've ever seen tying in the Cubs ending the World Series curse with Coach Snyder here in Manhattan. You'll only get that here in Kansas City.
I love that because usually I'm the victim of that type of thing. But I'll tell you, Coach Snyder is an institution tradition.
Right coordinates. It's out there somewhere.
K-State opens the quarter by punting the ball into the end zone. And Oklahoma State will come out with the touchback. Reminder to kick off your NFL Sunday with us on ESPN, 10 a.m. Eastern. NFL Insider Sunday edition brings you all the early breaking stories and injury news. Then at 11, Sunday NFL Countdown. Kick off both shows, of course, streaming live on the ESPN app. And on Watch ESPN. The credentials of our new Sunday Countdown crew.
Gator, deploy salvage crew and take what we can. Right away, sir. Circle
So
back to
far,
base,
James
Fever.
Washington has been conspicuous in his absence from the offense. Let's see if they can get him involved.
Offensive coordinator Mike Gerson said to us about defense because they want to start 28 and opens up just to inside the play. And he's got some nice yardage out to the 32-yard line on his first grab of the day.
Once again, one of those throws that showcases the arm strength of Mason Rudolph.
Kicked out his second grab of the day, beg your pardon. Little rumble for about 4 by 32 Chris Carson. Missed a month earlier with a broken hand. This is third game back. A welcome sight for the Oklahoma State offensive staff. I thought the freshman Justice Hill was getting banged around and carrying the ball a little too much for a true freshman. Pass it again out close to first down yardage.
We've also talked about the fact that Carson brings a bigger presence to the pass protection mode over 215 pounds. He can pick up a linebacker coming on a blitz.
Washington, good hands and a good step to get the first down. How about that from James Washington?
That was good hand-eye coordination. He actually transferred the ball. He also saw the peripheral vision to see the defender coming and make the move. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. Really nice football play. So out to the 46-yard line, the fresh set of downs. Rudolph looking downfield, got around wide open. Blake Jarwin headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Empty set puts a lot of stress on the defense.
How about the big tight end rumbling down for the long ball?
Well, a perfectly thrown pass, and they attacked the defense. They went to an empty set, got him down the seam, which was a perfectly executed play.
54 yards. The catch and run from Rudolph to Blake Jarwin, and now the point after try coming from Ben Grogan to give the Cowboys their first lead of the ball game. Viewing the touchdown, potentially.
Where his knee went down, possibly.
Well, the game clock operator, please reset the game clock. 13:42. 13 minutes, 42 seconds.
Okay. So, we'll line up again to try this point after. And again, it is Ben Grogan, the senior from Arlington, Texas, the Big 12 leader in scoring this season. Knocks it right down the middle. Well, 54-yarder for Major Willow. 240 tight end, Blake Jarwin.
Enjoy your fun.
You too. Keep the iPhone 7 on us and unlimited data when you switch to AT&T. DirecTV.
Contain this.
This here's a load bearing wall.
We'll be way behind
Wouldn't it be great if everything said the City Double Cash plan does? It lets you on a double cash check, 1% on the top and 1% check. The City Double Cash plan. You shouldn't have to pay for beef and speed. That's why Wendy's puts yours with fresh, never frozen beef. So when you want a juicy hamburger, Wendy's believes you should spend your hard-earned cash on fresh beef.
Threat 2 o'clock.
This season, start a new tradition. Experience the power of Infinity now, with leases starting at $1,900.
After Kansas State jumped out to a 13-0 lead, Oklahoma State is more back for 2 touchdowns. 5-1.
What's up?
Just inside the second quarter here in
Be
Manhattan.
right here on my neck. I feel the tag. Take it out. Oh, right here.
take that crocodile with the hose and string. Be careful on my shirt. Did you get the string out?
Yeah. More than half of their total yards in this game on 2 plays. So you're an explosive team, that's all you need. So Matt Amendola will try again to kick the ball deep. So far today he's been kicking a lot of the end zone. Into the way this time, we'll get a return from Byron Pringle. Stop shy of the 20-yard line. Let's go back and look at that touchdown again. Something had to go wrong for him to be that wide open.
Well, they had an empty set, and they ran some verticals here. This guy sort of did a screen, and they do this, and they're going here. But really, it's this young man that sort of gets caught in between there. When we watch this thing develop, it's just a vertical route. He sort of looks at the quick screen inside there, and then gets caught, and they just got too many guys going down the field. It puts a lot of stress on the top end of the defense.
Blake Jarwin's long reception on the season to this point had been 23 yards. That went for 54 and his first receiving touchdown of the year.
Congratulations, guys. Look, he didn't have to move either. Just keep running a straight line.
Get that kind of freight moving downhill like that, it was going to be hard to stop anyway. So K-State has the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Let the Red-West trail down there.
That's it. Garcia stands around looking for a seam, and he almost found one. That was going to save a big chunky yardage when Jordan Stearns got a hand on a shoe tip for Oklahoma State.
He's done a great job this year of making quick decisions about the run-pass option. There he had to hold it for a long time where we got confused by what the defense showed him. But the reality is the offensive front line could not hold their blocks that long.
One more step quickly through that hole, and Ertz has a lot of grass in front of him, a lot of turf. To Dominique Heath, set up a 3rd down and short for the Wildcats. Heath, the sophomore from Huntersville, North Carolina. Hopewell High School, not all that old of a school, and you don't really think about players coming from Charlotte out to Kansas State to play, but they've got them from all kinds of different parts here.
In my mind, Heath is one of the guys besides Ertz that makes this offense go. He's the guy that sort of the jitterbug out there in the open field.
3rd down here for the Wildcats. Complete for the first down. And again, it's Heath. Needs a minute to regroup. Taking a good solid sock by Ashton Lampkin.
It was a chiropractic move by the defender. I'll tell you what, he wrapped it.
I want cookie.
You want cookie? Hold on. That is getting all lost up. I got it.
got fighters out here. Let's mop them up.
Get that AJAC!
Yeah.